Guys, I've been telling you all we are going to see a pump with XRP's price when we finally get the SEC out of the way, which is a not too distant future at this point in time. But we have something on the horizon in 48 hours that's going to come out, and it's going to send a shockwave into the cryptocurrency market in a good way. Now, I want to show you something that XRP drops on Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter, now X, right? Put out. He's a great guy for the XRP community. Give him a follow there. But what this is Hong Kong's potential Bitcoin ETF and Ether ETF approval at the same time on Monday. And this would be a first round, listen very closely, of various different jurisdictions in the world. Listen here.
See whether it is Monday or or other days at which these amendments would be made. But certainly, I do understand and believe that the regulator have been preparing for this for some time, and we will see whether these announcements come into the foray. Now, one more thing, if I may add, the launch of Bitcoin ETF is not a surprise. The addition of Ether or ETH into the launch plan, that indeed could be a surprise, right? Obviously, as we know, in the US, such approval has not gone through yet. And there are some jurisdictions around the world that are progressing throughout that direction. But Hong Kong, if they do approve for Bitcoin and Ether ETF at the same time, that would certainly be a first around various different jurisdictions in the world.
Now, so what that is telling us, that it's not just going to be Hong Kong that's going to benefit off this, it's going to be the entire world. But what's more is the rest of the world, other jurisdictions, will be following suit. And so what we've seen here in the US with the Bitcoin ETFs being approved obviously caused a roar in the price of Bitcoin as well as other alts. And here we are just days away from the Bitcoin halving, which of course simple supply and demand would tell you that the price is going to go much, much higher within the next year or two. And so as we get closer to the altcoin season, right, where we will see XRP perfectly positioned as it has been compressed for a very long time, suppressed in a big way by the market manipulation itself as well as the SEC. This particular offer on CoinGate believes that we could hit a $10 XRP right after our full win, right, which is just essentially what we are going to pay the SEC and a fine amount. And I want to get into some technicals that he put out here. But first, Stuart Alderati put another loss this week is what the SEC had. The streak continues. The Second Circuit in SEC versus GOVIL held that the SEC cannot, for a crippling disgorgement award, without proving that investors actually suffered any kind of financial harm. In other words, no harm, no foul, in which most XRP investors, like myself as well, that have been in XRP for a while now, a long time, are actually in profit. And so what we see right now is a massive dip, and I'm telling people, I believe it's right now a great opportunity to buy. I'm not telling you what to do with your XRP, but if we drop even more so into the 40s, you better believe I'm going to be buying more XRP. But here's a chart where it shows that a neutral yet falling relative strength index, RSI, right, at the 39 suggests that the path of least resistance is downward. Besides, a 4-hour red candle on the chart shows that sellers may continue to have more influence in the coming sessions, but according to credence to the bullish thesis is a confluence resistance at the 60 formed by the 60 to 78 cents Fibonacci level. This author says that, however, with the Bitcoin halving likely between the 17th of April and the 21st, such a drop might be a blessing in disguise, allowing investors, as I said, DCA, dollar cost average, to maximize gains as crypto prices rally upon the improved market sentiment, which, make no mistake, anything is possible in cryptocurrency, but based off everything that's ever happened with these Bitcoin halvings, we're going to see a massive pump. And so it could be your final chance to get some really good bargain prices before what he believes we're going to see a major breakout targeting a high of $10 this year in 2024. And of course, that's not to say what is coming in the peak of 2025, which I believe, in the peak of the bull run, like I've told you all, we'll see about a $22 XRP based off technicals, not real adoption. That is where we are going to see that 3, 4, and higher potentially price of XRP. I appreciate everyone's support. If you don't mind dropping those X's, clicking those like buttons, turn on those notification bells so you never miss a beat. We'll see you all in the next one.